Hi guys, welcome to the video. So today we'll take a look on another 1v1 game in Armies of Exigo, and it will be a 1v1 between me and Makrozerk on the map Terraform. So let's unpause it. I spawned in the bottom right corner with the green Fallen, and Makrozerk is playing in the top left corner with the blue Beast. Of course we have a two-player map, so we exactly know where the enemy is, but it's kinda big map. You also have kind of a safe expansion here, even though the entrance is actually kinda big, so you can't like fully wall it off. But you can usually still expand here pretty rapidly without any huge risk, so I think this is kinda fine. We actually also got Carbem Evig here as a spectator. I also don't know if we knew each other's race or if this was random. That can also sometimes determine if you go for expansion immediately or not, because of course if he's for example Fallen, I could know, or I mean I could predict that it's Makrozerk, so he will most likely go immediate expansion and not really rush me with Stingers. So I could go for expansion, yeah, against Beast maybe as well. Maybe if he would have Empire I could rather build Deformer first into Hive, because he could for example Tower Rush me, but yeah, we just go for immediate expansion, and he actually does that as well, even as Beast, which is of course really risky. If I would go for immediate Stingers from 3 Hives, I would probably just kill him here, but of course you never really know what will happen, so these openings are usually not really resulting in anyone dying, but sometimes it can, so rather be careful guys. But as you can see in this game we both went for immediate expansion. So yeah, now we go for Deformer. He's of course building stables, trying to get a Boron there to unlock more population for minions, because as you can see he will actually still have a gap here because of this immediate stronghold. He's already locked on 12 population, but at least he can use the extra gold in the meantime for arena, even though we actually should have made the Boron first, I think. Doesn't really matter that much, but could have saved like 5 more seconds on the gap there between minions. I'm going for 1 Hive now, second one as well I guess, yeah. So double Hive. We also have 2 Harvesters on wood trying to catch up there. He also has 2 minions on wood, which of course is more wood income for me. I actually have 3 now there, but now moving 1 away. But of course the Harvesters gather more, so I have better wood income. He's now also going for gems way sooner than me. We'll see, maybe I move there now. No, I'm actually going to the expansion. Since these expansions have mineral fields that also give you gems, I don't think it's really necessary to go for the gems as soon as this. Especially for me as Fallen, I don't really need gems when I'm making only Stingers for now. Once I start building Incubator or Soul Trap for some advanced units that cost lots of gems, then I will start getting some extra gems, but for now this is definitely fine. Guards great here, eh? I mean this map has this invisible wall against air units in this abyss, so you can't actually get with air units into the enemy base through any other way than just this main entrance, same as with ground units, so that's definitely not ideal for air here on this map. For harassment, at least for the first 2 bases. I'm going for a quick third base, pretty standard with Fallen against Beast, especially on bigger maps like this one. Makrozerk is going for Goblin Hut, actually building it a little bit more in the back, kinda interesting decision there. Because usually you want to wall this off as much as possible, and if something, keep in back then probably stables that are the squishiest building here. But it's true that Goblin Hut is also kinda low HP, I don't know, maybe we actually increased this. I think we increased HP for the stables from 500 to 600, and then also Revive Altar. Not sure about Goblin Hut, probably not. Maybe Dark Altar as well, I don't know, we just increased some HP for Beast buildings, then we also reversed something, yeah. There was already too many pitches to remember everything. But we got 2 on wood, 1 on gems here. Everything else also kinda nicely saturated. He's going for second arena. Dark Altar almost finished, and he's sending first scout. Actually, even though he already has a decent army, he's still sending a minion out of his base as scout. But of course I have a tower here, so we should be fine. Here I'm building 2 towers that will be finished before he even scouts me. And I'm also making my third hive there, to protect the towers a little bit more, of course, together with Control Form and Deformer, so it's basically impossible for him to take this Deformer, this Lightning Spire down with... actually he got in, okay. With a Warrior, or Warriors overall. He needs to use Goblins for that are also kinda countered by towers, so... Just kinda making sure that he either has to come with lots of units or Trolls. But yeah, we have third base up before he even started his third base, so that's really good. Seems like he's going for a timing push because he's setting up a revive altar, which is now needed to get the superior boomerang upgrade in Goblin Hut. And now it, instead of 1 damage and 1 range for goblins, gives 2 damage and 1 range, so it's much stronger, but at the same time you need to get the Dark Altar into Revive Altar to unlock it in the Goblin Hut, so that's definitely something you have to keep in mind. Weapon Master, he's getting Sharp Blade, so he shall get some extra damage as well. I mean, not just from the Superior Boomerang soon, but also this. And also second Weapon Master. I scouted something here, but not really any too important information, even though I see the Revive Altar. But yeah, Double Weapon Master definitely seems like he wants to upgrade the goblins as soon as possible to 3 and 3 upgrades. Seems like we had some small legs there. So he's setting up his third base. I'm not really starting the fourth base yet. Right now I'm trying to catch up on my infrastructure because, as you can see, I don't even have incubator yet. And even though I have a soul trap now, yeah, now I'm starting my 2-dimension gates, but outside of it I'm not really utilizing it yet for anything. And as you can see, I'm trying to set up more towers everywhere because I was really worried that he's going to time push me because I saw the Revive Altar and also the Weapon Masters and everything. So this was just a huge indicator of him trying to take up his army as soon as possible and most likely go for a timing push. At the same time, it's Macro Zerg, so we can probably expect some heavy macro strategy, which he's still going for. Yeah, he's maintaining the same amount of bases as me. And even when I was making the extra buildings here, I could have still went for the fourth base. Yeah, that wouldn't be a big problem. I still have the resources anyways, now I'm not spending them. Trying to save it for the Stalkers. But yeah, I guess we have a decent amount of Stingers now. No Spitters yet. Now I tried to transfer to them, but had to cancel them because I was making Hall of Whispers here. And now I started a double Stalker, which is 500 gold, so that's actually quite a lot. Also going for Astronaut, so we can get Defiles. And now we are on the same income basically. So even though I had the third base way sooner than him, yeah, it was finished before he even started building this, I still didn't really get any major population advantage, and this is not even fully saturated yet. So I think the resources are basically the same for us. Even though, yeah, now I have 17 population more, but as I said, this is not even fully saturated yet. And he's actually starting the fourth base before me. I was now really investing lots of resources into the army. And yeah, definitely the biggest mistake, of course, we can see here from me is that I'm playing extremely passively, which you basically cannot afford to do. I'm not really gonna argue here about the fact if Fallen or Beast is stronger, but if you stay passive like this and just go for a straight fight, then you have no chances. Fallen has to play on macro, and you have to utilize pressure to gain the macro advantage. So when I'm standing AFK at my base like this, it's not really gonna work. I should have been harassing him basically the whole game, trying to keep him on the 2 bases, maybe let him to get to third one, but when I would see him going for the third one, I could have expanded myself even more and just gain something. Now I scouted everything, but I'm basically already behind. I'm starting my fourth base later than he did, and we don't really have any major advantage. Same gems, same wood, basically 0 gold on both sides. We are getting Valkokun as well. Trying to maintain multiple armies, and here I actually decided to go for some pressure because I knew that he invested into some extra economy here. I should have probably pushed this base actually, even though it wasn't really working yet, but I decided to rather go for this one. But here is a totem, so that wasn't ideal. Also there is a bigger fighting space here where I can easily surround him. On this position I don't really have any way of surrounding him in this canyon, so this was also a mistake. I chose the wrong position where I'm attacking. I didn't really even want to use any defiles on this totem because I can kill it with units before he comes, and I will need it for the army he has. Unfortunately, he already has Poison Fox, so he damaged my army pretty heavily. We destroyed the totem, lost few Stingers. Kinda even trade, pretty useless for both of us. I'm trying to get the 5th base now, so yeah, we are getting a little bit ahead in macro. but he's actually ahead in population, and he has one totem prepared here, and of course now he will go for a push because he saw my army. He saw that I have only basic units and some stalkers, and he already has poison fog, so that's a huge advantage. Even though I already have my Hollow Whispers ready, I'm getting the anti-magic there immediately. I have some Void Walkers here ready, so shouldn't be that difficult, but still pretty scary. He's still like 7 population ahead, getting lots of Warlocks there, producing them from 2 Lizard Fortresses. He actually made 3rd Weapon Master. Insane. Of course, wood is really important for Beast. The question is if you need 3 Weapon Masters for that, but I guess you can do that. And of course it also allows you to get upgrades really rapidly. He has already 3 and 2 upgrades, which is huge. I have only 0, 1. That's just terrible. But okay, he just went under my towers. He has only 1 troll, so it will take him a while before he can get anywhere. Now he wanted to go to this base, but I have 3 towers ready here, actually 4 towers. Poison Fog on Lightning Spires won't do much. So yeah, now I'm here with my army. He got some Poison Fogs there, but I have the Dispels. I defile his army. Unfortunately, the Stinger still dies so quickly, even though I just completely disabled his whole army that they just fell anyways, and they don't even have that much damage anymore. Now I even tried some freezes, but he actually abducted them, so now he froze my army, and now I, of course, once again, yeah, he Poison Fogged me. I had to cast new anti-magic there, but we just don't really have any damage to kill this. The Beast army is extremely durable because every Goblin Rider here has 300 HP, and we don't really have any splash as he has, so as you can see my whole army just completely dissolved. He's now 30 population ahead. We have that extra base, but it's not really gathering, same for this one, and he's already getting a new base as well. So there is basically no macro advantage for us. I'm trying to get some new production buildings here. Some first vengeance halls and also more hives. Now he's attacking here where I have towers, but I just wanted to upgrade them, so... yeah, but of course, he doesn't do anything anyways. Yeah, he has maximum upgrades there. Just 1 armor upgrade missing. I still have 0, 1. I completely neglected that, but he definitely went for it extremely quickly. The magic nicely done there, but he has more Poison Fogs ready. And now we are trying to get Venom. A little bit too late for that. They're also sitting on lots of resources. I kinda nicely logged him here in my base, the question, and also under Defile. The question is if he'll have enough damage to actually kill something. Of course, once he gets levels, it's even harder to kill him, eh? 390 HP now on level 4. And he's still missing that 1 armor upgrade, which he's getting now. But second army is coming already from the top. He's trying to use warriors to deal with the towers, but I already upgraded them, so now they are pretty decent. He will need to use the trolls for them. Of course, he's getting all the bases on the map in the meantime, because he has the whole map under his control. I'm just logged here under my bases. He could still easily destroy, for example, this, but he probably doesn't even know about this base. He's just tunneling here. He'll completely disable this base, because I can't gather here when he has soldiers there. So we are basically on 4 bases, not 5. Also some infrastructure I was building here got destroyed. Now I'm trying to rebuild it. Some Vengeance Halls. Yeah, I think I was maybe trying to move to Avengers, or just Matriarchs and Nightmares. You actually got Berserker upgrade now as well, and the final armor upgrade too, so yeah, maximum upgrades now really. Here I'm utilizing some Spitters and Stalkers to deal with this. I could definitely move some Stalkers to the other army. 2 would be enough here, but we are also trying to get some towers there. Even a new base here, but he already has a totem there. Prepared. And the only untaken base on the map remaining is this one, which is just gold. And now he goes for a push. Immediately Poison Fog. Charles trying to disable them. He doesn't even micro them out of the defiles, but it's still not enough for us. This is also insane, we can dispel that, but I don't really have mana. Maybe this Void Walker could. Maybe I was watching somewhere else. And we still have decent population, but I just don't really see the army anywhere. It's probably just in harvesters or something. I have like 10 units here and it says I have 150 population. Of course we still have the towers ready here. So he really needs to utilize the trolls. Seems like actually this strider is still out of the range of the deformer scouting area. Because Fallen is the only race that doesn't scout with towers. You have to actually use the deformers for that. Yeah, here we will tower rushing each other. And we finally got some Avengers out. I was actually producing a decent amount of them now, but Avengers are not really that strong anymore, so they won't really even help us that much. But nice decay here from me. Insane damage to his whole army. I almost killed him, but it was still not enough. Still wasn't quite enough to kill him. And to be honest, even if I would probably already lose here. But it was like the last attempt here that actually did a nice damage, but I didn't really have the army anymore to combine it with that. So eventually we just called it GG, and Makrozerk took this game after 22 minutes and 21 seconds. Kills were pretty much even, but he just produced like 100 more units. Experience also in his favor. More research is definitely also a major factor there. And the resources were actually kinda balanced. I spent more gems even though we had a little bit more. Gold, yeah, I wasn't spending all of my gold, that's true. But in terms of gathered, it was actually kinda similar. And wood, of course, more on his side, but we didn't really need more. It's just that he was playing beast, and he also still had lots of in stock, which is important as beast, so you can reproduce your borons if you lose your army, which he almost did now in the end. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one, so take care, guys.